Day 51 of the 1,000-day challenge. Ready to rock and roll again. Let's go. The Trojans and their allies have camped hard by our ships and by the wall. They have lit watchfires throughout their host and deem that nothing can now prevent them from falling in our fleet. Zeus, moreover, has sent his lightnings on their right. Hector, in all his glory, rages like a maniac. Confident that Zeus is with him, he fears neither god nor man, but is gone raving mad, and prays for the approach of day. He vows that he will hew the high sterns of our ships in pieces, set fire to their hulls, and make havoc of the Achaeans while they are dazed and smothered in smoke. I much fear that heaven will make good his boasting, and it will prove our lot to perish at Troy, far from our home in Argos. Up then, and late though it be, save the sons of the Achaeans who faint before the fury of the Trojans. You will repent bitterly hereafter if you do not, for when the harm is done there will be no curing it. Consider ere to be too late, and save the Danaans from destruction. My good friend, when your father Peleus sent you from Phea to Agamemnon, did he not charge you, saying, Son, Athene and hero will make you strong if they choose, but check your high temper, for the better part is in goodwill. You gotta check your temper. Eschew vain quarrelling, and the Achaeans old and young will respect you more for doing so. These were his words, but you have forgotten them. Even now, however, be appeased, and put away your anger from you. Agamemnon will make you great amends if you will forgive him. Listen, and I will tell you what he has said in his tent that he will give you. He will give you 7 tripods that have never yet been on the fire, and 10 talents of gold, 20 iron cauldrons, and 12 strong horses that have won races and carried off prizes. Look at that, they're all Winks, Maccabi Divas, Frankels, Farlaps, beautiful horses. Rich indeed both in land and gold is he, who has as many prizes as these horses have won for Agamemnon. We all love a winning horse. Oh boy, I like Barraquil. He's the one that I like at the moment. Moreover, he will give you 7 excellent workwomen, lesbians, whom he chose for himself. When you took Lesbos, all by surpassing beauty. Is it Lesbos or Lesbos? Because it's spelled Lesbos here. The people from Lesbos are lesbians. He will give you these, and with them, her whom he well took from you, the daughter of Briseis, and he will swear a great oath. He has never gone up into her couch, nor been with her after the manner of men and women. All these things will he give you now down, and if there hereafter the gods vouchsafe him to sack the city of Priam, you can come when we Achaeans are dividing the spoil, and load your ship with gold and bronze to your liking. That would be nice. You can take 20 Trojan women, the loveliest after Helen herself. Then, when we reach the Achaean Argos, wealthiest of all lands, you shall be his son-in-law, and he will show you like honour with his own dear son, Orestes, who is being nurtured in all abundance. Agamemnon has 3 daughters, Chrysothemis, Laodice, and Iphianessa. You may take one of your choice, freely and without gifts of wooing, to the house of Peleus. He will add such dower to boot as no man ever yet gave his daughter, and will give you 7 well-established cities, Cardamel, Enope, and Hire, where there is grass, Holypherae, and the rich meadows of Anthea, Apia also, and the vine-clad slopes of Padassus, all near the sea, and on the borders of sandy Pylos. The men that dwell there are rich in cattle and sheep. They will honour you with gifts, as though you were a god, and be obedient to your comfortable ordinances. All this will he do if you will forego your anger. You just got to calm down, and you can have all the women, all the lands, all of it can be yours. But will he listen? Moreover, though you hate both him and his gifts with all your heart, yet pity the rest of the Achaeans who are being harassed in all their host. They will honour you as a god, and you will earn great glory at their hands. You might even kill Hector. He will come within your reach, for he is infatuated, and declares that not a Danaan whom the ships have brought can hold his own against him. Achilles answered, Odysseus, noble son of Laertes, I should give you formal notice plainly and in all fixity of purpose, that there be no more of this cajoling, from whatsoever quarter it may come. Him do I hate even as the gates of hell, who says one thing while he hides another in his heart. Therefore I will say what I mean. I will be appeased neither by Agamemnon, son of Atreus, nor by any other of the Danaans, for I see that I have no thanks for all my fighting. He that fights fares no better than he that does not. Coward and hero are all held in equal honour, and death deals like measure to him who works with him who is idle. I have taken nothing by all my hardships, with my life ever in my hand. As a bird, when she has found a morsel, takes it to her nestlings, and herself fares hardly, even so many a long night have I been wakeful, and many a bloody battle have I waged by day against those who were fighting for their women. With my ships I have taken 12 cities, and 11 round about Troy have I stormed with my men by land. I took great store of wealth from every one of them, but I gave all up to Agamemnon, son of Atreus. He stayed where he was by his ships, yet of what came to him he gave little, and kept much himself. Nevertheless, he did distribute some meeds of honour among the chieftains and kings, and these have them still. From me alone of the Achaeans did he take the women in whom I delighted. Let him keep her and sleep with her. Why, pray, must the Argives needs fight the Trojans? What made the son of Atreus gather the host and bring them? Was it not for the sake of Helen? Are the sons of Atreus the only men in the world who love their wives? Any man of common right feeling will love and cherish her who is his own, as I this woman, like you, woman, with my whole heart, though she was but a fruitling of my spear. Agamemnon has taken her from me. He has played me false. I know him. Let him tempt me no further, for he shall not move me. Let him look to you, Odysseus, and to the other princes to save his ships from burning. He has done much without me already. He has built a wall. He has dug a trench deep and wide all around it, and he has planted it within with stakes. But even so, he stays not the murderous might of Hector. So long as I fought among the Achaeans, Hector suffered not the battle to range far from the city walls. He would come to the skiing gates and to the oak tree, but no further. Once he stayed to meet me, and hardly did he escape my onset. Oh, thank you, Queen. Now, however, since I am in no mood to fight him, I will tomorrow offer sacrifice to Zeus and to all the gods. I will draw my ships into the water, and then victual them duly. Tomorrow morning, if you care to look, you will see my ships on the Hellespont, and my men rowing out to sea with might and main. If great Poseidon vouchsafes me a fair passage, in 3 days I shall be in Thea. I have much there that I left behind me when I came here to my sorrow, and I shall bring back still further stores of gold, of red copper, of fair women, and of iron, my share of the spoils that we have taken. But one prize, he who gave has insolently taken away. Has insolently taken away. Tell him all as I now bid you, and tell him in public that the Achaeans may hate him, and beware of him should he think that he can yet dupe others, for his effrontery never fails him. As for me, hound that he is, he dares not look me in the face. I will take no counsel with him, and will undertake nothing in common with him. He has wronged me and deceived me enough. He shall not cozen me further. Let him go his own way, for Zeus has robbed him of his reason. I loathe his presence, and for himself care not one straw. He may offer me 10 or even 20 times what he has done now. Nay, not though it all be that he has in the world. Not though it be all that he has in the world, both now or ever shall be. He may promise me the wealth of Orchomenus, or the Egyptian Thebes, which is the richest city in the whole world, for it has 100 gates, through each of which 200 men may drive at once of their chariots and horses. He may offer me gifts as the sands of the sea, or the dust of the plain in multitude, but even so he shall not move me, till I have been revenged in full for the bitter wrong he has done me. I will not marry his daughter. She may be fair as Aphrodite, and skilful as Athene, but I will have none of her. Let another take her, who may be a good match for her, and who rules a larger kingdom. If the gods spare me to return home, Peleus will find me a wife. There are Achaean women in Hellas and Thea, daughters of kings that have cities under them. Of these I can take whom I will, and marry her. Many a time was I minded when at home in Thea to woo and wed a woman who would make me a suitable wife, and to enjoy the riches of my old father Peleus. My life is more to me than all the wealth of Ilium, while it was yet at peace before the Achaeans went there, or or then all the treasure that lies on the stone floor of Apollo's temple beneath the cliffs of Pytho. Sorry. Cattle and sheep are to be had for harrying, and a man may buy both tripods and horses if he wants them, but when his life has once left him, it can neither be brought nor harried back again. My mother Thetis tells me that there are 2 ways in which I may meet my end. If I stay here and fight, I shall not return alive, but my name will live forever. Whereas if I go home, my name will die, but it will be long ere death shall take me. To the rest of you then I say, go home, for you will not take Ilium. Zeus has held his hand over her to protect her, and her people have taken heart. Go therefore, as in duty bound, and tell the princes of the Achaeans the message that I have sent them. Tell them to find some other plan for the saving of their ships and people, for so long as my displeasure lasts, the one that they have now hit upon may not be. As for Phoenix, let him sleep here, that he may sail with me in the morning, if he will do so. But I will not take him by force. They all held their peace, dismayed at the sternness with which he had denied them, till presently the old knight Phoenix, in his great fear for the ships of the Achaeans, burst into tears and said, Noble Achilles, if you are now minded to return, and in the fierceness of your anger will do nothing to save the ships from burning, how, my son, can I remain here without you? Your father Peleus bade me go with you when he sent you as a mere lad from Thea to Agamemnon. You knew nothing neither of war nor of the arts, whereby men make their mark in council, and he sent me with you to train you in all excellence of speech and action. Therefore, my son, I will not stay here with you. No, not though heaven itself vouchsafe to strip my years from off me, and make me young as I was when I first left Hellas, the land of fair women. I was then flying the anger of my father Amyntor, son of Ormenus, who was furious with me in the matter of his concubine, of whom he was enamoured to the wronging of his wife and my mother. His wife, my mother. My mother, therefore, prayed me without ceasing to lie with the woman myself, that so she might hate my father, and in the course of time I yielded. That my father soon came to know, and cursed me bitterly, calling the dread Erinyes to witness. He prayed that no son of mine might ever sit upon my knees, and the gods, Zeus of the world below, and awful Proserpine, fulfilled his curse. I took counsel to kill him, but some god stayed my rashness, and bade me think on men's evil tongues, and how I should be branded as the murderer of my father. Nevertheless, I could not bear to stay in my father's house with him so bitter against me. My cousins and clansmen came about me, and pressed me sorely to remain. My cousins and clansmen came and many a sheep and many an ox did they slaughter, and many a fat hog did they set down to roast before the fire. Many a jar too did they broach of my father's wine. 9 whole nights did they guard over me, taking in turns to watch, and they kept a fire always burning, both in the cloister of the outer court and in the inner court at the doors of the room wherein I lay. But when the darkness of the 10th night came, I broke through the closed doors of my room, and climbed the wall of the outer court after passing quickly and unperceived through the men on guard and the woman servants. I then fled through Hellas till I came to fertile Thea, mother of sheep, and to King Peleus, who made me welcome and treated me as a father treats an only son who will be heir to all his wealth. He made me rich, and set me over much people, establishing me on the borders of Thea, where I was chief ruler over the Dolopians. It was I, Achilles, who had the making of you. I loved you with all my heart, for you would eat neither at home nor when you had gone out elsewhere, till I had first set you upon my knees, cut up the dainty morsel that you were to eat, and held the wine cup to your lips. Many a time have you slobbered your wine in baby helplessness over my shirt. I had infinite trouble with you, but I knew that heaven had vouchsafed me no offspring of my own, and I made a son of you, Achilles, that in my hour of need you might protect me. Now therefore, I say, battle with your pride and beat it. Cherish not your anger forever. The might and majesty of heaven are more than ours, but even heaven may be appeased. And if a man has sinned, he prays the gods, and reconciles them to himself by his pietous cries and by frankincense, with drink offerings and the savour of burnt sacrifice. For prayers are as daughters to great Zeus, halt, wrinkled, with eyes askance. They follow in the footsteps of sin, who, being fierce and fleet of foot, leaves them far behind him, and ever baneful to mankind, outstrips them even to the ends of the world. But, nevertheless, the prayers come hobbling and healing after. If a man has pity upon these daughters of Zeus when they draw near him, they will bless him and hear him too when he is praying. But if he denies them and will not listen to them, they go to Zeus, the son of Cronus, and pray that he might presently fall into sin, to his ruin bitterly hereafter. Therefore, Achilles, give these daughters of Zeus due reverence, and bow before them as all good men will bow. Were not the same of Atreus offering you gifts and promising others later, if he was still furious and implacable. I am not he that would bid you throw off your anger and help the Achaeans, no matter how great their need, but he is giving much now, and more hereafter. He has sent his captains to urge his suit, and has chosen those who of all the Argives are most acceptable to you. Make not then their words and their coming to be of none effect. Your anger has been righteous so far. We have heard in song how heroes of old time quarrelled when they were roused to fury, but still they could be won by gifts, and fair words could soothe them. I have an old story in my mind, a very old one, but you are all friends and I will tell it. The Curetes and the Aetolians were fighting and killing one another round Calydon, the Aetolians defending the city and the Curetes trying to destroy it. For Artemis of the Golden Throne was angry and did them hurt, because Oeneus had not offered her his harvest first fruits. The other gods had all been feasted with hecatombs, but the daughter of the great Zeus alone, he had made no sacrifice. He had forgotten her, or somehow or other it escaped him, and this was a grievous sin. Thereon the archer goddess in her displeasure sent a prodigious creature against him, a savage wild boar with great white tusks that did much harm to his orchard lands, uprooting apple trees in full bloom and throwing them to the ground. But Meleager, son of Oeneus, got huntsmen and hounds from many cities and killed it, for it was so monstrous that not a few were needed, and many a man did it stretch upon his funeral pyre. On this the goddess sent the Curetes and the Aetolians fighting furiously about the head and skin of the boar. So long as Meleager was in the field, things went badly for the Curetes, and for all their numbers they could not hold their ground under the city walls. But in the course of time, Meleager was angered, as even a wise man be sometimes. He was incensed with his mother Althea, and therefore stayed at home with his wedded wife, fair Cleopatra, who was daughter of Marpessa, daughter of Eunice and of Ides, the strongest man then living. He it was who took his bow and faced King Apollo himself for fair Marpessa's sake. Her father and mother then named her Helicone, because her mother had mourned with the plaintive strains of the Helicon's bird when Phoebus Apollo had carried her off. Meleager, then, stayed at home with Cleopatra, nursing the anger which he felt by reason of his mother's curses. His mother, grieving for the death of her brother, prayed the gods and beat the earth with her hands, calling upon Hades and on awful Proserpine. Is it supposed to be like Persephone? Proserpine. She went down upon her knees, and her bosom was wet with tears as she prayed that they would kill her son. And Erinnys, that walks in darkness and knows no ruth, heard her from Erebus. Then was heard the din of battle about the gates of Calydon, and the dull thump of the battering against their walls. Thereon the elders of the Aetolians besought Meleager. They sent the chiefest of all their priests, and begged him to come out and help them, promising him a great reward. They bade him choose 50 plough gates, the most fertile in the plain of Calydon, the one half vineyard and the other open ploughland. The old warrior Oeneus implored him, standing at the threshold of his room and beating the doors in supplication. His sisters and his mother herself besought him sore, but he the more refused them. Those of his comrades who were nearest and dearest to him also prayed them, but they could not move him till the foe was battering at the very doors of his chamber, and the Curetes had scaled the walls and were setting fire to the city. Then at last his sorrowing wife detailed the horrors that befall those whose city is taken. She reminded him how the men are slain, and the city is given over to the flames, while the women and children are carried into captivity. When he heard all this, his heart was touched, and he donned his armour to go forth. Thus of his own inward motion he saved the city of the Aetolians, but they now gave him nothing of those rich rewards which they had offered earlier. And though he saved the city, he took nothing by it. Be not then, my son, thus minded. Let not heaven lure you into any such course. When the ships are burning, it will be a harder matter to save them. Take the gifts and go, for the Achaeans will then honor you as a god. Whereas if you fight without taking them, you may beat the battle back, but you will not be held in like honor. And Achilles answered, Phoenix, old friend and father, I have no need of such honor. I have honor from Zeus himself, which will abide with me at my ships while I have breath in my body and my limbs are strong. I say further, and lay my saying to your heart. Vex me no more with this weeping and lamentation, all in the cause of the son of Atreus. Love him so well, and you may lose the love I bear you. You ought to help me rather than troubling those that trouble me. You ought to help me rather in troubling those who trouble me. Be king as much as I am, and share like honor with myself. The others shall take my answer. Stay here yourself and sleep comfortably in your bed. At daybreak we will consider whether to remain or go. On this he nodded quietly to Patroclus, as a sign that he was to prepare a bed for Phoenix, and that the others should take their leave. Ajax, son of Telamon, then said, Odysseus, noble son of Laertes, let us be gone, for I see that our journey is vain. We must now take our answer, unwelcome though it be, to the Danaans who are waiting to receive it. Achilles is savage and remorseless. He is cruel, and cares nothing for the love of his comrades lavished upon him more than on all the others. He is implacable, and yet if a man, brother or son, has been slain, he will accept a fine by way of amends from him that killed him. And the wrongdoer, having paid in full, remains in peace among his own people. But as for you, Achilles, the gods have put a wicked, unforgiving spirit in your heart, and this all about one single girl. Whereas we now offer you the 7 best we have, and much else into the bargain. Be then more of a gracious mind. Respect the hospitality of your own roof. We are with you as messengers from the host of the Danaans, and would fain be held nearest and dearest to yourself of all the Achaeans. Ajax, replied Achilles, noble son of Telamon, you have spoken much to my liking, but my blood boils when I think it all over, and I remember how the son of Atreus treated me with contumely as though I were some vile tramp, and that too in the presence of the Argives. Go, then, and deliver your message. Say that I will have no concern with fighting till Hector, son of noble Priam, reaches the tents of the Myrmidons in his murderous course, and flings fire upon their ships. For all his lust of battle, I take it he will be held in check when he is at my own tent and ship. On this they took every man his double cup, made their drink offerings, and went back to the ships, Odysseus leading the way. But Patroclus told his men and the maidservants to make ready a comfortable bed for Phoenix. They therefore did so with sheepskins, a rug, and a sheet of fine linen. The old man then laid himself down and waited till morning came. But Achilles slept in an inner room, and beside him the daughter of Phorbas, lovely Diomede, whom he had carried off from Lesbos. I'll have to look that one up. Patroclus lay on the other side of the room, and with him fair Ephus, whom Achilles had given him when he took... Here we go, these stupid names. Cyrus, the city of Aeneas. Oh, I was going so well. When the envoys reached the tents of the battle son of Atreus, the Achaeans rose, pledged them in cups of gold, and began to question them. King Agamemnon was the first to do so. Tell me, Odysseus, said he, will he save the ships from burning, or did he refuse, and is he still furious? Odysseus answered, Most noble son of Atreus, king of men, Agamemnon, Achilles will not be calmed, but is more fiercely angry than ever, and spurns both you and your gifts. He bids you take counsel with the Achaeans to save the ships and host as you best may. As for himself, he said that at daybreak he should draw his ships into the water. He said further that he should advise everyone to sail home likewise, for that you will not reach the goal of Ilium. Zeus, he said, has laid his hand over the city to protect it, and the people have taken heart. This is what he said, and the others who were with me can tell you the same story. Ajax and the 2 heralds, men, both of them, who may be trusted. The old man Phoenix stayed where he was to sleep, for so Achilles would have it, that he might go home with him in the morning if he so would, but he will not take him by force. They all held their peace, sitting for a long time silent and dejected. by reason of the sternness with which Achilles had refused them, till presently Diomed said, Most noble son of Atreus, king of men, Agamemnon, you ought not to have sued the son of Peleus, nor offered him gifts. He is proud enough as it is, and you have encouraged him in his pride still further. Let him stay or go as he will. He will fight later when he is in the humour. The heaven puts it in his mind to do so. Now therefore let us all do as I say. We have eaten and drunk our fill. Let us then take our rest, for in rest there is both strength and stay. But when fair rosy-fingered morn appears, forthwith bring out your host and your horsemen in front of the ships, urging them on, and yourself fighting among the foremost. Thus he spoke, and the other chieftains approved his words. They then made their drink offerings, and went every man to his own tent, where they lay down to rest, and enjoyed the boon of sleep. Book 10. Later in the night, Agamemnon summons the Greek chiefs again. Diomed and Odysseus are sent out to spy on the enemy's camp. From the Trojan side, Hector sends Dolon to spy on the Greeks. Diomed and Odysseus capture Dolon, learn from him the disposition of the Trojan forces, and kill him. They then surprise and kill Rheus, the Thracian king, and drive his fine horses back to their ships. Now the other princes of the Achaeans slept soundly the whole night through, but Agamemnon, son of Atreus, was troubled, so that he could get no rest. As when fair Hera's lord flashes his lightning in token of great rain or hail or snow, and the snowflakes whiten the ground, or again as a sign that he will open the wide jaws of hungry war, even so did Agamemnon heave many a heavy sigh, for his soul trembled within him. When he looked upon the plain of Troy, he marvelled at the many watchfires burning in front of Ilium, and at the sound of pipes and flutes, and at the hum of men. But when presently he turned towards the ships and hosts of the Achaeans, he tore his hair by handfuls before Zeus on high, and groaned aloud for the very disquietness of his soul. In the end, he deemed it best to go at once to Nestor, son of Neleus, and see if between them they could find any way of saving the Achaeans from destruction. He therefore rose, put on his shirt, bound his sandals about his comely feet, flung the skin of a huge tawny lion over his shoulders, a skin that reached his feet, and took his spear in his hand. Neither could Menelaus sleep, for he too boded ill for the Argives who had his sake had sailed from far over the seas to fight the Trojans. He covered his broad back with the skin of a spotted panther, put a casque of bronze upon his head, and took his spear in his brawny hand. Then he went to rouse his brother, who was by far the most powerful of the Achaeans, and was honoured by the people as though he were a god. He found him by the stern of his ship, already putting his goodly array about his shoulders, and right glad was he that his brother had come. Menelaus spoke first. Why, said he, my dearest brother, are you thus arming? Are you going to send any of our comrades to exploit the Trojans? I greatly fear that no one will do you this service, and spy upon the enemy alone in the dead of night. It will be a deed of great daring. And King Agamemnon answered, Menelaus, we both of us need shrewd counsel to save the Argives and our ship. For Zeus has changed his mind, and inclines towards Hector's sacrifices rather than ours. I never saw nor heard tell of any man as having wrought such ruin in one day as Hector, but now wrought against the sons of the Achaeans, and that too of his own unaided self. For he is son neither to god nor goddess. The Argives will rue it long and deeply. Run, therefore, with all speed by the line of the ships, and call Ajax and Idomeneus. Meanwhile I will go to Nestor, and bid him rise and go about among the companies of our sentinels to give them their instructions. They will listen to him sooner than to any man. For his own son, and Meriones, brother-in-arms to Idomeneus, and captains over them, it was to them, more particularly that we gave this charge. Ugh. Menelaus replied, How do I take your meaning? Am I to stay with them and wait your coming, or shall I remain here as soon as I have given your orders? Wait, answered King Agamemnon, for there are so many paths about the camp that we might miss one another. Call every man on your way, and bid him be stirring. Name him by his lineage and by his father's name. Give each all titular observance, and stand not too much upon your own dignity. We must take our full share of toil, for at our birth Zeus laid this heavy burden upon us. With these instructions, he sent his brother on his way and went on to Nestor, shepherd of his people. He found him sleeping in his tent hard by his own ship. His goodly armour lay beside him, his shield, his 2 spears, and his helmet. Beside him also lay the gleaming girdle with which the old man girded himself when he armed to lead his people into battle. For his age stayed him not. He raised him on his elbow and looked up at Agamemnon. "Who is it," said he, "that goes thus about the host and the ships alone and in the dead of night, when men are sleeping? Are you looking for one of your mules or for some comrade? Do not stand there and say nothing, but speak. What is your business?" And Agamemnon answered, "Nestor, son of Neleus, honour to the Achaean name. It is I, Agamemnon, son of Atreus, on whom Zeus has laid labour and sorrow so long as there is breath in my body and my limbs carry me. I am thus abroad because sleep sits not upon my eyelids, but my heart is big with war and with the jeopardy of the Achaeans. I am in great fear for the Danaans. I am at sea and without sure counsel. My heart beats as though it would leap out of my body, and my limbs fail me. If then you can do anything, for you too cannot sleep, let us go the round of the watch, and see whether they are drowsy with toil and sleeping to the neglect of their duty. The enemy is encamped hard by, and we know not but he may attack us by night." Good little reading. Writing time. Let's go. Can't think. What should I say? Mm-hmm. Nah. Nah, it's the first time I've had two in a row. And I had nothing to do with it this time. It was just, it was a mistake that I couldn't, like, teach her not to do. The sun was in her eyes and she didn't see a car. And she pulled out in front of them and they honked. And they had to slow down. And that's game over. So it was a rough morning. She's actually a good driver, but yeah, nah, it is what it is. The waterworks going and everything. It was pretty sad. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. My dad failed 3 times. You remember that? Like there's heaps of people that fail heaps. So you know. Hey. Not everyone gets the first shot. Or second, or so it seems. I've had 3 in a row now fails. The guy before her, I've had 2 fails with her, and the guy before her. Well, we're gonna work on that. But he didn't help himself mentally. Like I hadn't trained him at all. Like he just booked the test package, and so I taught him what I could leading into the test. But one, he was in his own mind because he says the more he drives, he deteriorates. Which isn't a good thing when you've just been having a practice drive going into a test. You're already sort of losing mentally. And then when he gets there, yeah, he went on the wrong side of the road, and then he did 10 kilometers over. So that was game over for him. So yeah, but I'm gonna help him again. It is what it is. Like I said, and Vic Rates does this stupid shit too. Like, how do I explain this? Like, you know when they tell you to turn left? But what they do is they get you, sometimes, I've had this twice now, so I've got to prepare learners for this, because it's just ridiculous. Like, say, so they'll get you to go into where there's 2 lanes, it's multi-laned. And they'll get you to stay in the left lane. They'll say, alright, change lanes to the right. Okay, good. So now you're in the right lane travelling along. And then they say, alright, we need you to turn left, like, turn left, like at the next street, but you have to do a lane change to go to the left, but that puts them off in the moment when there's a street just coming up, like their brain sort of fizzes out. But it's stupid. Like, you wouldn't tell someone to get in the opposite lane, then tell them to turn left at the next street when they're in the right lane. It's just fucking dumb. What a nice shirt. Yeah, we got the Leeds United going on. Yes. How are you, Red Blue? You good? How's the day been? Which team do you go for? Probably not Leeds. Maybe. It is a good shirt, though. Just wake up a bit ago, shifting time again. Gotta sort that body clock out, sir. Gotta look after yourself. Everything been well? Where the fuck am I on this? Just shifting as usual. What do you mean shifting? Just like shifting your time. A great day. That's good. I had an African girl. She knew me. The only thing she said was slow down in industrial areas and you're fine. Great driver. She knew you. That does help. Yeah, I had it easy as well. Had it real easy. But yeah, some of the shit they do nowadays, they all do it differently. They take you down completely different spots. And like, I had a guy, because he missed a turn, he ended up in a dead end. And the dead end, like, they said to do a 3-point turn. But there was no, like, driveways or anything on the right, so you had to do a curb-to-curb one, really, which is where you go all the way to the left side, pull over, then you do then you do the 3-point turn from the left side on the curb. But he didn't know that. He just, like, did a 3-point turn to the left in the driveway. And that wasn't allowed, so he already got marked for that. It was just, they're all fucking... Some of the shit they do just makes no sense. Some people are just, what do you do? Some people just aren't all that smart when it comes to instructing and telling them where to go, what to do. It's just crazy. But yeah, it is what it is. Shifting times, basically shifting the sleep schedule again. It's a common occurrence with me. Yeah, you're young, What's your most common? Do you normally wake up at like 12 in the afternoon, or what do you normally do? No? Not quite? Sleeping at 8 to 12 is the usual time gap. So you sleep at that time? Oh, waking up, yeah. Waking up at that time. Crazy. You're a night owl. You're up all night. I'm sure that makes life very difficult for you. I know a guy like that. Librium. And he just embraced it. Yep. Sounds just like a certain guy I know. Who do you support in the football, red blue? Like soccer for you guys, Or no, soccer for us, football for you. I say football to the English just so that they feel more comfortable and more at home, I do it for you guys. No? Any sports teams? Anything? Crazy. I don't do sports, especially football. Like, no offense, I couldn't be any more bored if I tried. Fair enough. Is there anything you like to watch? Anything that does entertain you? You got a favorite show, Netflix, Prime, anything on there? There's got to be something entertaining. True. What about so what are your favorite games? I don't have favorites. Okay, do you just cycle between a few or just play different ones every time? I'm kind of like that at the moment. I'll have these little fads, phases. And then I switch between, so. Priorities, sort of. I like the way you put that. I have priorities, but I don't have favorites. But I'll never have a favorite. Yeah. So you don't have like a favorite game of all time, sort of thing, or like a Red Dead, or maybe something, you know? COD. Yeah, that's right. You love COD. You love that shit. What's this? I'll have games, foods ranked higher, but never favorited. I understand the food. Yeah, I can't favorite food. Toxic's is noodles, I'm pretty sure. So Toxic actually has favorites. WoW is one of those games, however, as I've had it all my life practically. True. True. I've never played WoW, so I wouldn't know. Keep going. I've always just played like single player PlayStation games, and then I got this PC, and I thought I could play all the games I never got a chance to play on the PlayStation. A flow type of guy. You're getting the flow. Go with the flow. Wherever the P stream leads. The flow is always smoother than choosing things. The flow may guide you wrongly, but it still guides you. Nobody's perfect. Ain't that the truth, brother? I had noodles again tonight. You know, I'm about to eat some noodles too. I'm about to eat some. I'm literally about to do that. I got some chicken. I'm going to put some chicken in there, some eggs. Something needs to fuel me. Okay, but Toxic, were they nice? They're noodles. Have you ever had bad noodles, Red Blue? I don't think so. I put chicken in there. This is the man's meal. You gotta put chicken in there. You could put any sorts of meat in there, yeah? Put some eggs in there. You put some like tomatoes in there. You can add like literally anything, man. I add dim sims in there, nuggets in there, chicken tenders. I add all of it in there. Chips. I put chips in my noodles before. I put literally everything in there. I think that was the best one I ever had. There was some dim sims, some chicken tenders, and some chips. I put that in there. That was the fucking best, with a couple of eggs. Fucking perfection. You had bad noodles. Fucking hell. What happened? 100% the store has a 4.5 rating, and it's new 4.5 rating in terms of being horrible for your health, eh? What do you mean? Are you talking about the egg noodles? I know they're good for you. I'm fussy. All takeaways. Yeah, true. They're just 10,000 milligrams of sodium. No, that's just me. They have to be just right, and I have to be in the mood to enjoy them. You're like a ramen specialist here. Have you ever gone to a ramen shop, Red Blue? They make the best noodles I've ever had. No, I lie. I make the best noodles I've ever had. They're pretty good. They make some real nice stuff there. Not really a ramen type of guy, I don't think. Oh, you just got to be in the right mood, and it has to be made just right. There's this place we go to, Whakatante. I'll show you. Whakatante ramen. How do you watch this? This is the one, mate, right here. There's some good shit right here. Where are the noodles, mate? They do the ramen though. See, they got the gyozas in there. Whatever that is. They're not showing the noodles. Oh, what a waste. Anyway, Whakatante. Good place. Maybe fuck you, Tante. Something like that. I'm going past your area tomorrow. So, oh, what are you doing? You picking up, are you? Tried spicy ramen. Oh, you gotta be careful with the spice. The spice can be a bit dangerous. Yeah, some certain ones going fishing and rye. No, not bad. What are you looking to catch? I don't even know what you catch down there. Is it gummy season? Yeah, the gummy? What sort of shark? Yeah, gummy, yep. Good stuff. Get some flake, mate. Fresh flake. Squid, yeah, nice. Fucking nice as. It's way better fresh. You can get the fish and chip stuff. Yeah, it's not bad if you don't get the hake. You know, like, do you get that too, Red Blue? Do you get like that fake flake that they put in some of the stuff down there in the fish and chip shop? Like, you gotta know because it has to have that black line through it. That's how you know it's the proper flake. Give me a chicken burger that ain't hard, and I'll eat it anyway, any day. What's a hard chicken burger? What the hell is that? That confused me. I'll come find you and fish slap you. Yeah, and I'll go hunting for turkeys and I'll turkey slap you, mate. Big brother style. We'll do this, yeah. Oh, you're speaking of that, hold on. My fishing rod is cursed. All I catch is banjo shark. Looking for some flatheads. You can get some good shit, mate. What is it? This will be you. Where is it? I'll make sure that's turned down, yeah. Ah, who cares? Who gives a shit? This is you. Banjo shark is shit to eat. It's like 2 stars or some shit. Anyway. Oh, I know, probably if you season it right, it'd probably be good. Not even had a good chippy since I moved over here. Crazy. Bloody hell. Chips are like my favourite thing. I cooked so many of them as a kid. That's probably where all my blood pressure problems came from, to be honest. I would cook, Mum would buy like 10 kilos worth of potatoes and they'd be gone in a couple days. She's like, you've got to stop eating all of it. And I was like, you know, out of all the foods she taught me how to cook and actually do, that was the one I could remember. That, noodles, 2-minute noodles, eggs, which apparently I was always doing wrong anyway, and bacon, which I think I was doing wrong too, because I'd overcooked the shit out of everything. I'm camping away for the first time since my son has been here. Gonna be a weird feeling. True. True. What's going on with the little fella? Is he staying with Mum? Fish and chips is a beautiful treat, but it's that hard to get from a takeaway that unless you do it from home, you ain't getting one. What do you mean? What do you mean it's hard to get from a takeaway? Like real fish and chips? Like, are you talking about the real deal? Because I'll admit, if you go down to the fishmonger and you get your own flake and you do it yourself, there's nothing that compares to that. It is, if you can find a good shop, it's nice. She's going to her parents. She doesn't like being home alone in this area. Fair enough. The western suburbs. Well, you order one from a so-called chippy and it's just awful quality every time. Yeah, true. You got to go to a proper shop. A real fish shop. It is what it is. You got to go hunting. Like, I go for a chip. Like, where is it? Like, for my chips here. There's, I think they're called russet, are they? No. What are the ones we get? What's the name of those? Hey? Fuck, I forgot what they're called. Not russet. Sabago potatoes. They're the ones you want. They cook the absolute best. I go for an hour and a half drive out to Traralgon, which is like towards the rural area. I go for an hour and a half just for my chips. Just so I can get these huge, big bags of potatoes because they're the only ones that come out really nice when you fry them. Doesn't matter whether you air fry them, they come out good. You get some duck fat, you fry them in that, they come out good. You cook them in olive oil or whatever, they come out good. You cook them in whatever and they come out good. They come out really good, even in crispy and nice in the oven. Sabago. Because I don't want to go all the way to the city for the russet Burbank. They make the best potato cakes too, yeah. And even then, yeah, if I catch a shark, I'll drop it off to you. A shark. True. We'll have to go fishing one day, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what life holds. It's the fish that's usually the problem with these places. As for the chips, they're either nice or literally solid. Yeah, true, yeah, I know what you mean. Fish and chips probably have the worst chips. Now that I think about it. Like, you got Macca's and KFC, they're consistent. You got the kebab shops, so they always have real nice chips. I do feed them to my dog sometimes, not gonna lie. The fish and chips ones. Otherwise, I'd make like the chips bread. You know, you put the chips in bread and you eat it like that. You're right, they're always blocky, aren't they? I never really thought about that. Chicken shops have, yeah, good ones. Them and the kebab shops probably have the best. I need to be honest, just learned how to fish a few months ago. I only ever had a mum. Didn't know my dad. Well, I won't touch on that then. But I don't know how to fish either, bro. My dad was always far away from me, so I never had anyone to teach me how to fish either. That teach a man to fish. Chippy chips, if I can eat them, but if they're so hard you can't bite them or it's dangerously sharp, no thank you. Yeah, I don't want any sharp chips. What the, imagine that. Stabbing you in the mouth. What's going on there? Bloody hell. My fat mate teaches me. Teach a man to fish and he'll get very fat. Yep. Fat man has air fryer and great fishing rod. Hold on. What'd you send? Give me a moment. Can't even hear it. Oh, there. Oh, I'm not gonna block that. Fishy, fishy, fishy. One fish? Wow. I think I'll call a few. Fucking hell, that's silly. You should do it though, definitely. I don't know why, but you say that, I just picture a wise pandaring guy from WoW just fishing. True, that is toxic. That is him. Anyway, gonna leave you. Love you and leave you. Don't get in any trouble. We'll see. Only time will tell, my friend. Either way, you have a good day. Or no, middle of the night. You stay magnifique and take care of yourself. Have a good one. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. He's a typical fat Aussie. Oh fuck, they are typical. Does he drink a lot? What is it? He must drink too, yeah? It's hard to get fat without drinking. Yeah, true. Just as I'm going, I want to remind you of something. Yes, sir, what is it? What is it? I am forgetful. I need reminding a lot. Magnifique! Magnifique! Nah, that's cool. Thanks, bro. I like that. But you need to gain weight, Toxic. You gained your first kilo in a long time. Okay, love you, mate. Take care. All the best. Magnifique. Bro, I can't. I've tried everything. Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there. Can't stay skinny forever if you keep eating those noodles. I'm too fit and still I can't sit still. You're on the speed, you're on the coke, man. You're cracked out of your mind. That's what clavicular does to stay skinny, remember? Just a bit of crystal meth. See, I'd have a six-pack within a week if I was smoking crystal. Ain't a junkie, that's my sister. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. No, hopefully she can get off it then. Shit, she's struggling real bad with it, or does she want to get off it, or is it like, I don't know. Been on it since she was 14. She's 40 now. Oh, I'm actually sad to hear that, man. That's fucked. That's rough, especially if she's your sister. So, fucking hell. It's fucking shit when it's someone in your family. It's her own fault. If you knew half the shit, you would cry. True. It's her own point to a degree, but you know what I mean? If she's on it since she's 14, like, is she on the proper hard shit? Like, is she on the meth or the heroin or stuff like that? Because, you know, that can really fuck you up. Like, it's one thing to be addicted to alcohol and weed. It's another thing to be addicted to the hard shit. Like, she may have just, like, warped her brain. So some older cunt that fucked with her head. That and just being a young runaway fucking girl. That's sad, bro. That's fucking sad. So who knows? We can't play the game of what if though. Some older guy. How common do you reckon that story is? $20. I know exactly. Yep. You don't want any of that shit in your kid. I don't blame you. Still shit. Like I said, 40. Yeah. It'll probably kill her nearly getting off it. When's the last time you spoke to her? Yesterday she called you. So she does want to get off it then, by the sounds of it. Was she forced into rehab or was it voluntary? Forced by the cops. Oh. Well, it probably won't work. You gotta want to get off it. Yeah. Suppose if she doesn't want to, then it's gonna be fucking tough. A lot of people get like that though. They've been on it for years and years and years and then they just can't stop. Especially if they don't actually want to stop, you know. Hmm. What's this? She's got 6 kids and has none in her care. Yeah, I know stories like that. My mum has 4 of her young ones. Her older are just like her. One's 24. What's this? What's NC and NES and jail and shit? Fucking hell. So you're like the only one. You've escaped it. You've somehow avoided it. It's actually pretty good going. So you tried to break the cycle. Is that why you don't drink and shit as well? Writing's done. I've got a 42-year-old sister. She's clean. She just is cooked as well without the drugs. A bum doing fuck all their life. Fucking hell. Obviously, it sucks because you just want them all to do well. You know? Nobody wants to see their family struggling. But you know that deep down they've got to do it themselves, and there's only so much you can do. Are you keen to break that cycle? Like, obviously, I take you are. Do you have that mindset like you've got to be the one? Fucking hell. How many people are in your family again? I've forgotten if you told me. That's good. Well, if you're on the younger side, then probably you're more keen, like watching your whole family do it to not do it. But then again, it takes a mindset, you know. Well, on that somber note, Toxic, I'm probably gonna call it early tonight. I'm gonna do a stream probably, well, hopefully throughout the day if I get a chance sometime tomorrow. So I finally got a little bit of a break. So I'm gonna get some sleep and shit. I'm gonna go eat, get fat. Helps me sleep. Then yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I can't be fucked playing tonight, to be honest. The reading and the writing is all that matters to me. But all the best, mate. I wish you well. I hope your family gets help, you know, as much as they can. And I wish you the best, you know. You're a shit talker, you're a troll, but you're a good guy. So stay magnificent, my friend. Until the next time. Take care, brother. No, we'll be back.